Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone and welcome to another very exciting tutorial. We are proceeding with our project and actually this is the second time I'm recording this. First time the mic was not working and our neighbors were drilling something. Now, so I've already loaded two sprites. One is the menu itself and I call it the table, and the other one is the buttons. And there are 4 buttons inside that, 4 sub-images. As you see, there is the home, the pause, the retry, and the exit one. Okay, and I've added 2 objects, but there's nothing in them, so that's that. Now, now we have to think when we need to create this retry button, and it's obviously when the object dies, when the player dies. So, in the death event and in object death, as you remember in alarm 1, okay, we had a code, okay, and here we were destroying the object or object death. So I'm going to create our retry menu just after that. So we'll say instance create 270 480 retry menu. Okay, that's good. And if we come to the retry menu, you'll see that we are going to have a create event. In that we are going to use 2 variables, and they are the alpha. I will just use the letter A. Let me just make that bigger so you can see. Okay, and draw equals false. Now the draw is going to basically draw the table itself, and there will be another variable, and I'll call it text equals choose. Okay. Now within that, I will use a text, a string, and that would be, for example, something that tells the player that you failed. For example, oops, things like this. So I have just pasted several words. So let's say alarm 0 equals 30 frames, half a second. And in alarm 0, we're going to do some important stuff. In this alarm, we're going to create the buttons and we are going to draw the table itself. So say draw equals true. That's very important. Next, we are going to create 2 buttons. Now, if you come to the buttons, you see the size is 59, so 30. And actually, I'm going to push them 34 pixels. But here is the most important thing. The size of my rectangle here, and there's a place for a quote, is 378, and it's in the middle. Now, that's good. And I placed the origin here exactly where the text should be. Now the Y is 38, but the height is 109. Let's say 110. So we just add another 70. Yes, we'll add 70 pixels to this origin, and we'll have the buttons there. What I mean is we'll just give we'll say instance create, and we'll say X, so X will be the same, Y, and object buttons. Now you have to pay attention to one thing I missed to tell, and it's the depth. So the depth of the menu is -5 and the depth of the buttons is -6, because I want the buttons to be above the menu and the menu above everything else. So we're creating the button. Now this button, I'm going to assign it to a variable. So say b equals button. and I'll just move the button 34 pixels as I said, and plus 70 pixels, so it would be at the bottom of the table, and we're just going to copy that and paste it again, and the only thing we'll change is the position of the second button, but here we'll say b dot image index equals, we don't know, so this one is going to be a retry button, and the retry button is number 2, so say 2. That's good. You might have a different one, so pay attention to what you are doing, it's very important. Next is we are going to have a draw event. In this draw event, we'll say first we want to draw a very big surface, a black one, so, and it will have an alpha. So we say draw set alpha to our alpha, which is A, then draw rectangle color. Let me just make that bigger so you see everything. And here we'll just give the positions. Now these things are x1, y1, x2, y2, from 0 till 540, from 0 till 960 the rectangle will be. And here is the color, so we say C black, and I'll just copy that and paste it 4 times, because as you see here it requires 4 colors. And then there is the outline, which will be false because we don't have an outline. Next we'll set back the alpha to the normal one, which is 1. And then we will increment the alpha from 0 till a certain number. So say if A is less than, let's say, how much it would be the maximum? Say 0.80. Okay, let's put that in brackets. Now we'll say A plus equals 0.02. I think that's good. Then we'll say if draw, okay. So if draw is true, then we'll say draw self, that's good. Then draw set hatch align to far center. And let me just copy that and change this to vertical align, and this would be far middle or center. It's the same, they return same value. And draw text color, okay, and it would be on the X and Y end. The string would be the text, and the color would be, actually I have an idea, let's make a shadow for that. So say let's copy the black, okay, and the alpha would be 0.5, and I will just copy this entire code and paste it again, but we'll change this to white, sorry, C white, and I will just copy that and paste it 4 times. Yes, that's correct. And the alpha would be 1. So basically what we are doing is we are creating, drawing the text in black, then drawing it in white. But there's an important thing you need to pay attention to, and it's the position of the black one. I want to have it dropped 2 pixels below the white one. So say y plus 2. That's good. And I think we need a font for that. Oh, it seems like I've already made that. So we have a font. Okay, I already chosen a size and made it bold and italic. So this is the font. It's Calibri. Okay, so we need to set that here. So we say draw set font. So it'd be font 0. And it seems like everything is set. Now we want to go back to the button. So here, the most important code in the create event would be image speed equals to 0. That's it. And we'll have a mouse left released. And here I'm going to use a switch statement. If you guys don't know what is the switch statement, it's basically just like the if statement, but it's just circling a variable, and it's checking if this variable equals what we want, equals the cases that we have. So I'll just demonstrate that. So we are switching the image index. So first we say in case the image index is 0, if the image index equals 0, then run a code. Okay, then break the loop, because we will be looping. You will see just in a second. Now this image 0 is the home. Okay, I will just go and copy that, and we'll have the image 1. So if image index is 1, I want to execute this code, and it will be actually the pause, and I will just copy that and paste it and make this 2 and 3. Now this one is the exit, and this one is the retry. Okay, in our case we're going to use the retry, so we'll say room restart. Great. And I'm going to create a home button, but there's nothing to do right here because we don't have any other room to go. So I'll just leave it like this, and later on we can add anything we want. So great. Now we go back to the retry menu in the alarm 0. You remember we created this and everything should be working. Now if you run, we added that in the alarm 0, right? Yes. So if we run, it should be working. So we have the game, and we die, and yes, it's working perfectly. Now the thing is, it seems like it's not visible. We can't change the color actually. We can't switch between the colors. And let me just try that. Let's go here and switch between these two guys and make this the 1 and this the 0.5. It's the +2. It should be here +2. And if we die, oops. So it's up to you. You can choose a red color, you can choose a white color. I don't know. I think I'll think about it and choose a good color for that. But that's it for this retry menu. And actually, if I press on this button, it will just restart the game. And if I lose, it will just show up again and it says you can beat it. And I'll retry, but I cannot beat it, and it will show me another quote. Why? Because the home button actually don't work. Because we already added a text, and that would be the quote. So you see, it's oops, you missed, you can do it, and so on. You can add your own text. So I think that's it for this tutorial. The pause menu should wait for the next one. So I hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial, and I hope that you have learned something today, and I'm quite sure that you've learned something today. So please like the video if you liked it. Please subscribe if you are not subscribed yet, and you guys have a great day.